How many of you ever wanted to know the true meaning behind St. Patrick's Day other than it's celebrated March the 17th? St. Patrick was born in Great Britain to some wealthy parents. His parents was wealthy, but his real name is Maywin Suckett. He was born around 400 AD. Some say 387 AD. But during this time with his parents, when he was around 14 years old, some Irish raiders came and raided his family's estate, and they took him. He became a slave. Um, so during this time that he was a slave, his duty was he was a shepherd boy. So he tended to the sheep. And during this time, because he was lonely and afraid, he began to study Christianity. And during this time of him studying Christianity, he became a devoted Christian. So one night he had a dream. He said God spoke to him in a dream and told him that his ship was ready. So he left and he walked a long way. And upon this walk, he stopped and he talked to these people and convinced them to put him upon the ship. So when he got upon the ship, he went back to Ireland. During the time that he went back to Ireland, by this time he was well into his religion. So he is also known for the person who converted 135,000 people in that time. You know, he was also a patron of Ireland and also of Nigeria. And although he has not been mentioned in biblically in the scriptures, a lot of the Irish people celebrate him. They celebrate St. Patrick's Day. And that day came along, March the 17th, is because that's the day that he passed away. He passed away March the 17th, 461. So, you know, I did some research, and I guess I myself, I only knew a little bit about his background, but as doing this research on him, it helps me to understand why this is an important day to them, because they were all, you know, doing their own thing at this time. And he also had another dream. He said that God had spoke to him, well, you know, a revelation. He said God also had spoke to him in a dream, gave him a letter, and he opened the letter. He said it was an angel. And he opened the letter, and when he opened the letter, he said the letter said the voice of the people. So I guess he knew then that he had a calling to, you know, for his people to get them, you know, turn to Christianity. And they had a lot of wild stories about snakes and stuff and how he ran the snakes out of Ireland. But, you know, that's probably just maybe something that they using as a symbol, because they were saying that he ran out, you know, the people that didn't believe. So that's probably where that came from. Also, me, myself, I know he was religious, but I'm not religious. I'm more spiritual. I'm not going to really like get into that, because, you know, some people may want to go back and forth about their religion. I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. I believe in God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit, because I feel that myself, everyone has their own opinion. I feel like religion can sometimes confine you, and not that I'm saying that other people shouldn't, you know, believe in what they want to believe in. I'm not saying that, so don't think that I'm saying that. Don't say, oh, you know, Yenda said that, you know, we shouldn't believe in religion. That's not what I'm saying. You can believe whatever you want. I'm just saying, don't do that. Don't do that to me, because that's not nice. Don't do that. Don't go telling people you saw this girl or this woman on YouTube talking about you shouldn't believe in your religion. That's not what I'm saying. Don't do that. That's not nice. That's not nice. Don't do that. What I'm saying is, I don't. But I'm not knocking no one else, you know. But it was interesting to me about his life, St. Patrick, and especially his real name being Maywin Suckett. So I just want you guys, you know, if you have any questions, you can comment, and I will try to answer your questions as I can. I'm not saying that I'm perfect with this because some of this is new to me as well. But what I am saying that is some interesting facts about him. You know, how his life was about, especially him converting 135,000 people. That stood out to me, and how he was a known patron of Ireland and Nigeria, So, I just want to tell everyone happy St. Patrick's Day. I got on my gear. It says it's never, it's always God. It's gonna always be God. You can read it. It's gonna always be God, always for me. So guys, you continue to pray, stay encouraged, enjoy your day. I'm praying for all of you always. I have to say this because I need people to know that prayer is very powerful. There's been situations where I had to pray my way through things, and I'm sure some of you was in that same situation. Either you had someone praying for you. So just remember that prayer is very powerful. Don't ever let no one try to discourage you when you're dealing with something, because just because it may not seem like God is working, he really is working. Trust me, he really is working. So stay encouraged. I'm praying for all of you guys. Enjoy your day. Stay blessed.